Movement number 4. Dragon seeks path. Dragon whips his tail.
Yo, my man, why you got on that purse, huh?
Hey, this ain't no purse. I'm the big dilf. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid at, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up.
I think if people knew how much money he made off of that shit, man, they probably would look at it different. Like, especially Lord Jamar, you know, like, you're a legend in the game, you're part of a legendary rap group. It's like you going and sitting on this man's couch, sitting in this man's chair, and, you know, like, you running up these views because you got so much controversial shit to say about one fucking person. And, you know, he walks away with the check and you walk away, you know, craving attention. You know what I mean? Like, it's I don't even like seeing niggas in that space. I don't like seeing you in that space, brother. You know what I mean? Because, like, talking about him, like, real niggas don't listen to his music and all that. First of all, man, you're not, like, the measuring stick of who's real or who's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you think about us over here or you think about me. I understand you said some shit like, yeah, you respect 50, but the other niggas know who I don't respect or whatever the fuck that was you said. Like, yo, I don't care about none of that shit. You don't have to respect me. Just don't disrespect me. I don't want no problems with nobody and I don't have to fuck nobody up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You're not cool to me. You're not tough to me. You're not the measuring stick of what street niggas listen to. I don't look at you like no type of street nigga. I look at you the same way you look at Marshall. You say he talk about a bunch of shit he don't do. I feel like you rapped about a bunch of shit you never did and you still ain't doing. So what's really the difference? You know what I'm saying? And nobody's faulting nobody for having their opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have your opinion. And how I feel about Griselda, nobody can say nothing bad to me about Griselda. Those are my niggas. So if I go on your show and I do an interview with you and I know that you don't fuck with Griselda, I'm not seeing your side. You don't have a side in my book. And, you know, y'all keep fucking bringing my name up on the show. Like, you know, Royce would never come on the show and say anything bad about Marshall. You goddamn right. I wouldn't come on your show and say anything bad about any of my friends. I don't have an obsession with Marshall as just an isolated friend. I treat all my friends the same way. I don't speak bad on my friends. I don't have sides. It's our side. It's our side and you don't have a side. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's how I feel about that situation. And I really think if we came to a place where we can be a little bit more unified, if not even just in this country, because the value that we bring to this country is ridiculous. I think if we realize that and we could take that value either somewhere else or just stand with each other in solidarity just long enough to where, you know, we can get whatever it is that we need to move us forward as a people. Like, it's time to start thinking about the next generation. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's coming into this game without the information. You know, the shit that y'all worried about is not important. Like the top 50 lists and the top 20, all of these lists and shit. Like, yo, man, like, it's cool if you put me on a list and it's cool if you don't put me on a list. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. Like, in my mind, you don't really qualify to validate me. You know, like, I feel like as an artist, you have to, like, guard that and protect that and not let so many people be in control of that, of you in that way. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I just look at all this shit and then I look at the Vlad shit and all of that. It's like, bro, how long are y'all gonna talk about this shit? Like, why don't y'all just find something else to talk about? It's not an issue over here in our book. You know what I'm saying? Like, we respect what you do. Like I said, I respect Lord Jamar and, you know, what he stood for in the culture or whatever it is that he did or whatever it is that he got going on. I wish you nothing but the best, bro. But your opinion don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can not like shit from here to across the street. We don't fucking care. Neither does anybody else, bro. I hate to put it to you like that, man, because I don't mean no disrespect, but you really, really, really have a false sense of what's really going on out here in the world. Like, you really think you can speak for, like, real street niggas and real cool niggas. You are not cool. What have you done cool? Like at least like name like a charity or something that you have directly invested your time and energy in, and I'll donate to that motherfucker tomorrow. Just please, man, like please point out something that you've done. Please tell me one line that you have said in your career that qualifies you to critique a top tier lyricist. I don't give a fuck if you don't like his music. The motherfucker is in everybody's top 5. You don't get there by just being a white rapper. And I know it's like, oh, there you go defending him again. There you go again. Goddamn, I'm defending lyricists. It's a small community of motherfuckers that went to the hip hop shop before we got on. And we went to clubs like the Ebony Showcase, and we was the backpack niggas. We was the hip hop niggas. All of us, we listened to M's album. Everybody in the hood was listening to M's album that's into lyrics. And every nigga, every real nigga ain't street, and every street nigga ain't real. What up, though? Every street nigga ain't real. Every nigga in the hood ain't a street nigga that only want to listen to Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? And every nigga that sit his broke ass on DJ Vlad couch don't qualify to speak for all real niggas. Y'all niggas ain't fucking cool, man. Y'all goofy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand when y'all became the measuring stick. But yo, man, like anybody who we, you know, like niggas sign or we got affiliations with, man, niggas will just prefer if y'all just find somebody else to interview. You know, like it's straight oppression at this point. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're monetizing off of a lack of knowledge, or, you know, just niggas plays on, you know, like I'm gonna keep it real, or I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna be objective. Fuck objective. Your show ain't objective. You not objective. It ain't nothing fair about your show. It's a one-sided ass show where y'all sit up there and y'all tear motherfuckers down. That's what y'all do. There's nothing fly about that. There's nothing cool about that. Sitting around talking about niggas all day. I ain't never seen no nigga with no money sit around and talk about niggas all day. It's real shit going on in the world. It's kids in Flint who don't even have fucking clean water to drink. And you about to fucking bore me with Lord Jamar's opinion on some fucking rap? I don't know one lyric this nigga ever said in my life. Like, come on, man. We got to get it together, man. We got to get it together. Niggas sitting around talking about Jay-Z and what he said to Jermaine Dupri. Yo, that don't got nothing to do with nothing, man. It don't have nothing to do with nothing. Y'all niggas is just going to sit around and just complain and complain and complain and complain. Like, what steps, man, are we going to take? You know what I mean? Like, what steps are we going to take? I stand with Cap and I stand with Hove. I always stand with Hove. He's never made a decision that I've seen that where he gave me any type of reason to question his motive. And I don't have nothing against him wanting to get more billions and claim ownership. There's nothing wrong with that. What y'all don't realize is Hove and Dre shouldn't be the only billionaires in hip hop. You know how many billionaires we should have? Nipsey Hussle should have been a billionaire. We generate all the fucking money. Being a billionaire shouldn't be like unicorn status, man. That shit should be the norm. We generate the money on the norm, on a day-to-day basis, on a daily. We just all the way pushed outside of the business. And by the time we get to a point where we have the information, we coming back from being behind the fucking 8-ball. We playing catch up, just like black people in America. We ain't even know our names, nothing, where we came from, and nothing in our lineage. We've been playing catch up since then. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas got to realize that. Y'all got to realize that we living in America and stop purposely tapping out and not being involved in knowing the origin of where you come from. Y'all niggas is so focused on being tapped into the hood and hood this and hood that, I'm so tired of hearing that shit, man. It's like, none of that shit matters, man. It ain't about that. It's never been about that. It ain't never been about no tough guy shit. It's about what can you offer to the culture? What can you do that's going to make you last? Are you going to make a classic album? I don't give a fuck about your radio song. I don't care about that, dog. I've been here for 20 years. I seen niggas come and go. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather make $700,000 for 20 years straight, or would you rather make $2 million for 2 years straight and then fall off? That's depression. That's depression and suicide waiting to happen. And that's what this business, that's what it's set up to do to you. So when you got somebody in a position that's finally willing to give people the information you don't condemn that person. And I'm talking about Jay-Z. I'm talking about Jay-Z, and I think it's time for us artists to start asking ourselves the tough questions. Are we getting what we deserve? If I'm going to go sit on Vlad's show, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to be objective?
What's goody? Peace. I'm here. Peace. I bet y'all thought I wasn't gonna reply to Mr. Royce the 5'9". Wrong. Let's unpack this, shall we? I'll let a few people get in the room. You can at him or whatever, tell them to come on in. We just gonna have a discussion. Wrote a few things down. So I might jump around or whatever, but just a few things I wanted to hit. Turn my TV down. Just watched Power. She was good, right? I didn't think Angela was gonna be dead, but oh, spoiler alert. Angela dead. Oh well. You should have been watching it. My bad. So, a IG just surfaced recently, a couple days ago, of Royce the 5'9" talking about me. What up, Royce? Apparently you were a little upset. Again, I thought the video was old, actually. Digger hit me up like, yo, did you see the shit about Royce? I thought it was an old video. But no, it's a new one. It's a new one. Although nobody, when I do videos, people don't really ask me about you, Royce. They ask me about Eminem, but for some reason, you like to respond. Okay, I get it. You're, you're a loyal guy. You've been opening up for this guy for years and years, and, the hip-hop shop and all that shit you was talking about. I hear you. Yeah. So let's get into it. Because it's like, it's almost passive aggressive in a way. He definitely tries to get aggressive sometimes, which he needs to calm down. But, he calls me a legend in the beginning of the video, right? Now, let's just unpack that real quick. Okay, so the reason why, people may know or might not know, but the reason why he would call me a legend and my group legendary is because when Brand Nubian came out, which is the group I come from, our debut album received 5 mics in the Source. At that time, the Source was the hip-hop motherfucking Bible. And to get 5 mics was like, yo, not many people had done it at that time. Later on, you know, the publication went down. They started giving them mics away. But at that time, getting 5 mics in the Source was some shit. Also, when we came out, you know, our shit was everywhere. Like, the hood was fucking with us. The suburbs was fucking with us. From the jails to the college dorms, black people, white people, like, everybody was fucking with Brand Nubian when that shit came out. And it was a legendary time. This was a time when people would go buy your tape and you knew who had the most poppin' album because niggas is riding around the street and all you hear is basically one album. Or certain albums that was popping at that time. And our album was one of the main joints when you in Harlem, Brooklyn, whatever the fuck you was at, they was playing our fucking shit. Our run was legendary. like our impact was legendary. We made knowledge of self, having knowledge of self cool, palatable. I mean, people came before us that had knowledge of self. Rakim made it super cool, and you know, King's Son, and there's a whole bunch of Big Daddy Kane. You know what I mean? But when we came with it, I don't know, we went just a little deeper and just made it a little more palatable for some people, you know? And a lot of people end up getting knowledge of self through fucking with our music. That's part of what made and what makes Brand Nubian so legendary, and why dude would even start out, you know, his whole rant about that and say that, you know. So thank you and respect for acknowledging me, you know, acknowledging what has been done, what I've done in this game as a legend. Thank you. I appreciate that. So pretty much, you know, I've been done mad interviews about where they ask me, again, where they ask me about Eminem. I really don't give a fuck about Eminem, to be honest. Like, he's not someone I'm really thinking about. The only reason that I bring him up is because you have white people that will say Eminem is the GOAT of hip-hop based upon his record sales. That's the only problem I have. That's the only problem I have. Not that, do I think he's a top tier lyricist? Just rhyme speaking? Yes. I've said that multiple times. How many fucking times do I have to fucking say it? Like, the guy puts words together well. But I think what really prompted this newest video was the fact that, you know, my man DJ Vlad, you know, who so many people love to hate, asked the brother Conway, okay, shout out to that whole Griselda movement, I'm fucking with it, he asked the brother Conway, you know, who should I listen to, you know, who's an MC that I respect and fuck with. He asked him, you know, basically all the shit that I said about, you know, Eminem being a guest in the house of hip hop. And also, does the hood listen to Eminem? Now, he disagreed with me as far as Eminem being a guest in the house of hip hop. Okay? But he did agree with me of the fact that niggas in the hood don't really listen to Eminem. Okay? Now I could say live niggas, and live niggas, okay, for the record, doesn't mean just niggas that sell drugs or whatever. There's plenty of live niggas that's working niggas. You understand what I'm saying? That work regular jobs and all that. Live niggas is just who you are inside. We as black people are inherently, okay, live niggas. Like, but you got some corny niggas out here. But in general, black people don't fucking listen to Eminem. It's not a fucking diss. It's a fucking fact. And Conway co-signed that. Now, did you come at Conway with all this energy like you got for me? Did you come at Gucci Mane, who also stated the same thing? Niggas ain't listening to no goddamn Eminem. When? Where? How? Who? Why? Like, unless you want to really sit there and you say people like me who, you know, appreciate lyrics and stuff like that, I hear you. Like, and if I wanted to really dissect some lyrics, there's plenty of MCs that I would go to before Eminem. That's just me. Maybe you'd go to him, but for me, I'd go to other black MCs that have the kind of content, the kind of vocal tones, the kind of just frequency and energy that resonates with me as a black man here in the wilderness of North America. And especially a black man that got knowledge of self. So, you know, part of my question is, you say nobody cares about my opinion, yet my opinion seems to bother you, Royce, very much. Why? Why does my opinion bother you so much? If opinions are like assholes and everybody got one, and everybody thinks the other man thinks more than theirs, why does my opinion bother you so much? Is it because it's gaining traction, gaining ground, that when you feel like it's gaining ground, when you hear people that you feel like, you know, should be falling in line, is actually keeping it 100, you know? And being like, yeah, that's real. Nobody was playing no Eminem in my hood. Nobody was playing this shit in Buffalo and all that type of shit. Like, it's just real shit. You know, disrespect to your man. And what makes me the yardstick of cool? What makes me the yardstick of what's cool? Motherfucker, being a black man makes me the yardstick of what's cool. Okay? That's why fucking white people want to be like us. Okay? My fucking vibration makes me cool, motherfucker. And I ain't trying, and first of all, okay, now they might get mad when I say motherfucker. I'm using it as a term of endearment. I'm not trying to beef with you, bro, but I'm just trying to let you know, first of all, I'm not scared of you, okay? We're not trying to get all into this. I'm not trying to beef with another black man over a white man on some shit that was said on another white man's platform. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So if I slip up right now, call you motherfucker, whatever, it's all in, that's how I talk. I call all kind of motherfuckers motherfucker. You dig? So anyway, yeah, but why does my shit bother you so much? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, and why do you feel like the need to respond? Like, didn't he say, as far as Lord Jamar, you need to leave me the hell alone? Like, wasn't that said? That was his response. So, let it be. You know what I mean? Let that shit be. Like, but you keep feeling like you need to respond. So, yeah, me being a black man makes me the yardstick of what's cool. You know what I mean? This is the same thing that, white people been envying and trying to imitate ever since they came down out of the Caucasus Mountains. The black man's cool. This is the thing they want to possess. And basically replace you with themselves. Okay? Now, my thing, again, I don't really have anything against Eminem per se. It's white people proclaiming Eminem as the GOAT of hip-hop. I'm looking at some of the, shit I wrote down. Based off of record sales and lyrical dexterity. My argument states that you can't be the GOAT of hip-hop if the originators / core audience / black people don't fuck with you like that, regardless of how many record sales / white fans you have. Okay? Like, that's it. It's not that he's not a top tier lyricist, blah, 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 blah. Like, he can rap his ass off. I've said that already. But when we start talking about GOAT status and all this type of shit, which, a lot of the mainstream white media will push that narrative. You got a bunch of stans running around pushing this narrative. Oh, the greatest rapper in the world is Eminem. Look at how many records he sold. That's when a brother like me is going to stand up and say, no. This motherfucker is not the GOAT. You know why he's not the GOAT? Because if black people don't declare him as the GOAT, then he's not the motherfucking GOAT. I don't give a fuck who says what. That's what the fuck it is. That's what the fuck it's gonna be, and that's what the fuck I'm always gonna stand on. Okay? Now, this reminds me of an article that I read not too long ago. It's actually an old article, but this is from my brother, the media assassin Harry Allen. I'm calling on my media assassin, Harry Allen. I gotta ask him, are we that tight? Don't believe the hype. So now, he wrote a piece back in 2003 for The Source. It was called The Unbearable Whiteness of MCing. What the Eminence of Eminem says about race. Okay? And in the article, he likens Eminem to the white supremacist story of Tarzan. Think about it for a second. Tarzan. Now, everybody compares Marshall